Hey everyone, welcome and thanks for joining me for a brand new career on FIFA 16 for this channel, and you guessed it, it's with Aston Villa. They are a team that in real life are going through a bit of a rough patch lately. They appointed Tim Sherwood last season to take over from Paul Lambert. He got them into the FA Cup final, just coming up short there against Arsenal. And then he's gone and got sacked this season. Aston Villa, they find themselves currently 6 points bottom of the Premier League. And what a challenge it's proven to be for their new man, Remy Gard, who has come in and replaced Tim Sherwood to get them out of that relegation zone. I mean, Villa, they're a team that have got plenty of history. 7 FA Cups, even the Champions League they've won. They've never won the Premier League, mind, but that's something that we can work towards in this career mode. I also want to win the Champions League, and it would be nice to pick up maybe 1 or 2 FA Cups along the way. Now, for the formation, you've already seen the preset. It's like a 4-1-2-2-1, having that central defensive mid role for Sanchez, but I feel as though maybe I'll work with this formation, the 4-2-3-1, to get things rolling. So that'll allow Sanchez and Garner to work alongside each other in central midfield. At the back, we've got experience in Julian Lescott. And this is one of the positions that I don't think I'll have to be strengthening just yet. I mean, there's some good depth, good quality in the depth here, like Clark, Akore, you know, a young player who's got plenty of potential so far. Also, Laurie, who's on loan from Liverpool. And also Amivi. There's just quite a few players. I mean, Sherwood in the summer spent quite a bit of money bringing in players like Jordan Ayew, which is going to be a reunion for me because I signed Ayew in my Everton career, if you guys remember that. What a beast he was in that team, and I hope he will be for this Aston Villa career. Jack Grealish, going to be one of the main focal points for this Villa side, and probably will be in years to come if he gets his priorities right in real life. But I'm looking forward to obviously increasing his stats, making him an overall better player, and maybe build the team around him. We'll just have to see how it goes. Gested, another player that Sherwood brought in the summer. Quality, but overall 73, still got a lot to learn, I think. And whilst I was looking at the team, I was thinking to myself, well, there's quite a few options here for Villa's strikers. You know, you've got Gabi Ogbonnahor, who's getting on a bit now for a striker. Jordan Ayew, who can probably get the job done, but will probably need a bit of support. And will Gested be able to help out at the age of 26? He's a tall player that's got great physical attributes that will thrive off crosses coming in from the left and the right. But at the time I was thinking, is he what we need? Is he going to be that extra edge going forwards for Villa in this career mode? So maybe that's an area that I just need to iron out, as well as central midfield, and I think we'd be ready to go for the season. But talking about bringing in players, the budget I've been handed is 24 million, but a bit of adjustment here and there. You're looking at about 22, 23 mil, just thinking about the wage budget. You know, I could maybe spend all that on just one player and then work with what else I've got. But this is how my shortlist is looking at the moment. You know, we've got Brad Goose on at the moment, but I was thinking maybe in the future we'll have to be looking for a new one. Maybe Silerson would be a great replacement. I know in my Man United career, Aston Villa signed Adrian for West Ham, so maybe here's another option. Clarkson also in there. Because again, thinking about strengthening that central midfield, I don't think it's up to scratch just yet, as well as our strikers. So maybe Charlie Austin could be an option as we push on. You can see with the pre-season friendlies, we've got teams like Krasnodar, Cologne and Hamburg, some German teams in there. I'm not going to be playing these, I'm not going to be showing the highlights. I just want to get on with the season, get straight down to business. But I will show you the fixtures, and I will show you the results, the outcome, how we got on before we kick off the new season. I probably won't make any new signings whilst this is going on, the pre-season, so we'll just have to see how it goes. But our first game of the Premier League season sees us play away against newly promoted Bournemouth, and then we play Manchester United on that Friday evening. So talk about a tough start to this career mode, and then we finish up the month away to Crystal Palace and at home against Sunderland. So a good opportunity to maybe get a few points on the board, especially at Bournemouth and Sunderland. Those 2 games against Man United and Palace, though, they'll probably prove to be most difficult of the first month of the new season. But for September, only 3 fixtures. Leicester, the West Midlands derby against West Brom at home, so we've got that advantage, and then we finish up the month at Anfield against Liverpool. Now, going back to our team, you know, when I was looking at the squad report, I was thinking, you know, there's quite a lot of players here that I'm probably not going to use this season. Maybe keep a few back for Capital One Cup fixtures and FA Cup games, but, you know, the majority of them, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to send them out on loan. Maybe a 2-year loan here, a 1-year loan there, a short loan there as well, just to in a way offload them. They can go away, get some experience. Maybe we'll reevaluate it then when they do come back, see how they're getting on, and if it's been poor, then we'll just move them on, and we can spend that money on quality. You know, we've just got to get in now. We've got to be like mercenaries now, and we've got to think, well, we want to really push for silverware this season, whether it be the FA Cup or you know, qualifying for the Champions League. That, I suppose, could be classed as silverware itself for Villa, getting into the Champions League and then just pushing on from there. We've got to hit the ground running this season, so we can't be doing with... Do you think it would be unfair to say Deadwood in the team? You got to be ruthless. I mean, my main objective this season is not to avoid relegation, but to be battling it out for a Champions League spot. I'm not sure how many seasons this is going to go on for, maybe 4 or 5. Just have to see how it goes, really. But in that time, I want to be as successful as possible. I don't want to be battling it out mid-table. Really want to be pushing for it, just like I did in my Everton career and my Swansea career over past FIFAs. And I think we can do that here with Villa. We have got a couple of players with experience out on loan, like Ali Sissoko and also Joe Cole. Not sure whether I'll have to recall them. All depends on who I sign in the summer. Then again, if I can't sign any of the players that I'm going after, I suppose they could be seen as signings themselves, like Ali Sissoko, bringing him back, just adding that extra depth to the left-back position, because at the moment we've only really got Kieran Richardson and also Amivi. I suppose I could work with him for the rest of the season, so maybe Sissoko can stay out on loan. Now, because obviously I'm doing this post-commentary, I did go on and sim all of our games. We did win our group to get through to the semis. And you can see that we played Nice there and we lost 2-1. So yeah, we didn't make it to the final of the Champions Trophy, but you know, we picked up something just over 2 million for the pre-season, so you can't argue with that to add to our transfer budget. You can see with the news headline, Aston Villa look for solid season. Predicted finish is 11th. Our key player could be a Corey at the back there, big strong fella who can help our goalkeeper Guzan from stopping those shots from going in, whoever we come up against in the course of this career mode. So that's my aim. I've got to overachieve, and it can certainly be done. I did put in a few inquiries for Charlie Austin and Leroy Fer from QPR, who's looking to go in and raid them for their best players. They were looking for 9 million for Charlie Austin, and I thought, you know, I could probably bring that down a bit and make an absolute save, and what a bargain it would be. And QPR were looking for 7 million for Leroy Fer. I was like, yep, I'll snap him up if I can, and they did go ahead and accept the transfer offers. And I strongly believe that these two, if they can get into the rhythm of things with the way we're going to be going about business this season, they're going to help out this team immensely. So I put in a contract offer of 50, well, I mean, Austin was looking for 60,000 a week, and I put in an offer of 56, trying to save a bit of money here and there. Crucial first team player, will probably be our first team striker if he does come. You know, yes, we've got Jordan Ayew, he can play out on the left wing as well, but I can always switch up the formation to a 4-4-2 and go from there. Maybe have 3 at the back with wing backs and have 2 up front. Leroy Fer, in the end, accepting my contract. He snapped that up. He wants to be playing in the Premier League, potentially Champions League in the next couple of years. That's if we can make it there, obviously. They've all got a part to play. They know what's needed of them, and I'm sure they will be able to deliver when the time is right. What a signing Leroy Fer is going to be. Well, I hope so anyway, but you know, I've got so much confidence in that. And Charlie Austin did accept my contract in the end, and he is now part of this Villa squad going forwards. Just need to roll up those sleeves now and get going, get him scoring as well. He did put his mark on the Premier League last season when he scored, what was it, something like 20 goals, maybe just under or just over. But if we can recapture that this season with Villa, then we'll find ourselves in a really good position this season, as well as other goals coming from Jordan Ayew, Gabby Agbonlahor. Get a little partnership going on there. Be like a well-oiled machine, this Villa side, come the end of the season. I did send Jed Steer off on loan to Charlton Athletic for 2 years. He is a goalkeeper at the age of 22, not showing many signs of improvement there, as is at the overall of 63 still. At 22, probably doesn't have much future in this side. You can see I decided after the pre-season to put my strongest team together before we head into the new campaign away to newly promoted Bournemouth. So you can see, I'm thinking maybe Charlie Austin will start on the bench for that game. We can have Garner in midfield alongside Fur. Versatile player, can play on the left, central attacking mid, can drop back into central midfield as well, but I think his position will be in that number 10 in the hole. We've also got Gill as well, can't be leaving him out. Sanchez, what an important player he's going to be for us this season. And that's the thing as well with some of the players. I want to be looking for that versatility with those, players that can be in multiple positions in a game. And Pacuna is one of those, so we've got plenty of options now, I think, with bringing in Fur and Charlie Austin. Maybe just one more signing before that transfer window shuts, and we'll be ready to go for the season. My first pick for the left side will probably be Scott Sinclair. I think it makes sense, really, doesn't it? Maybe out on the right we'll have Zogbia, who can drop into that number 10 role if Fur was to pick up an injury throughout the season. So there we have it. We're coming to the end of this first episode with Aston Villa on FIFA 16. I do hope you guys have enjoyed. I'm excited for the series ahead, and I hope you are too. Thanks for watching.